baby boy go?
Owen, come back.
What does he think he's doing?
The baby boy left.
What the fuck is he doing, dude?
Owen, come back.
What's up, gang? It's I was wrong, and I just can't live
Yak without you.
Yeah, dude, get that baby boy back in
Owen,
here.
come back.
We got fucking Chaps and Kate in this bitch.
Hell yeah.
Reminiscent of the Chaps and Kate show,
Yes.
which we all remember.
Very similar.
Remember like it was
Cherished.
fucking yesterday.
Cherished show.
And Sass is in here, KB's in here. And we need to get Owen back in here, dude. I don't know what Owen's doing, dude.
Rowan, I'm also in here.
Yeah, but you know you're in here, dude.
Well, I
You
do,
don't have
but
to
I
fucking
feel like everybody
brag
knew that
about
they
it.
were in here as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
But you're in the one shot. You're in the original
look at
camera
that.
shot. You were
Right.
established
All right.
by if anybody has eyes, they could fucking see
Fair
you.
enough.
Mm-hmm.
But we probably have some blind folk out there,
True.
People listening.
some blind viewers.
All right, let's talk about this. Do we have a bunch of gay fans?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we definitely do.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had a friend who asked me this morning if gayness was the highest form of intelligence. Might be.
What spawned that
I
question?
don't know.
What were y'all talking about? What were y'all doing
was just-
beforehand? Brainstorming?
Buttholes is disgusting.
It's not, dude. It's dope.
Disagree, Brandon.
Yeah, it's actually dope as hell.
Yeah.
It's actually the dopest place to do that. But no, it was just apropos of nothing.
Uh-huh.
Like that Sheryl Crow song.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, apropos of nothing. He says his name is
William, but I'm sure it's Bill, Billy, or Mac or Buddy.
right, and
Mhm.
he's playing ugly to
Fly
me.
episode in Breaking Bad. That was about nothing, right?
Yeah, that was apropos of nothing too. Now we got Owen in this bitch. Now we got a full ass house. Big Cat's on Grit Week.
Yeah.
So he's not here, but all the rest of us are here anyway.
Well, Nick's on Grit Week as well.
He is?
No, he's with 90 Jewish teens and an Asian man with a bunch of plastic bags.
That's Grit Week. A bus from
Yeah.
fucking West Virginia
Us
to here.
from West Virginia.
He might be doing it grittier.
He said there was like 100 rows open on the bus, and this old Asian man sat down next to him, directly next to him, and then as soon as they left the bus station, the guy just started throwing up into the bags.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
And shitting. God.
It was both ends. Yeah, and he had like 90. Like he clearly planned for that, right? Like you don't just bring 90 bags.
Oh, he wanted to sit next to
He
a
knew
white
he was
male in
gonna throw
glasses.
up.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if we're kink shaming, I don't think that's right. Maybe the guy's just
Yeah,
into
that
that
might
kind
be
of
his
thing.
thing.
He was rock hard underneath his old pants. Damn, that sucks that
That'd be
Nick
sick.
can't just fly on a plane like a normal human being.
30-minute flight is too much for him.
Yeah, it's the easiest
You
flight
literally
probably to
don't
make.
even hit like 30,000 feet.
Is he afraid to fly?
Yeah.
Deathly, I think.
Really?
I am too, but I would never take a 10-hour bus ride over literally a 30-minute flight.
He's a victim of his own anxiety.
Yeah.
He gets to the airport real early and that
I
type
need
of
some
shit.
Wellbutrin, man. Like he needs
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Or some fucking, what do you take, Sass?
Ativan.
Ativan?
There you go.
Ativan?
I always tell him to.
Lorazepam? Anything
Mhm.
with a Pam
Anything
at
with
the
a
end.
pan.
Well,
Yeah.
it's-
Edible,
the same
something.
thing.
Yeah, an edible might
Relax.
get him right, but that probably throws him for a
His
fucking loop
usual
too.
is 3 gin and tonics and 3 Advil PMs
Damn,
for
dude.
the airport.
I
He
didn't
has
know he
more of a
drank gin.
chance dying from that than he does dying in a plane.
Yeah, it's such a weirder mix and cocktail. We tell him to just take drugs and he won't.
Yeah.
But yeah, the smoke shops in New York have been like they're like full like
It's Amsterdam.
if drug dealers had like a layer too, like there's like a bunch of them in there. Everyone's like smoking cigs on the inside, like they're like hassling back deals. There's like some of the cabinets that open up go to like a different room in the back where they're like obviously moving something heavier out of. Like,
My guy is he's incessantly on the phone. I think he's always on the phone. He doesn't hang up.
yeah, they
He's on
always
speaker. He's on
phone.
speakerphone 24/7. I went at all hours of the day, and he's always on
You
talking.
think they're just talking to other dudes who work?
And they're
in
not.
smoke
It's not a
They're talking
conventional
to like
conversation.
the distributors. I see like distributors come in
I
and
don't
like
know what they're
barter with them and
shops?
shit.
It's crazy.
There'll be like 10 seconds of lull, and then get back to it. So I don't know what.
New York is like one of the. There's drawbacks, of course. Anyone could complain about it, but I think it's a great place to get money. Like if you just want to get money, not a lot of people are going to get in your way. There's not a ton of regulation. Like
Right.
there's just ladies running around with like pulling fruit out of like fucking like minivans or whatever. Like a ton of them just working together. It's like nobody's regulating them. No one's like that. You can work here.
palm
You have a
reeds.
permit. Yeah, like
Big
they're
Cat
just
buys us
posted up.
bootleg jerseys every week.
There's no
They're a delight.
regulation.
I
And
came
it's
out of
kinda
pen
awesome.
just now. There was a dude that was pushing a big old dolly with like fucking 20 pallets of water on it. It's stacked
Yeah.
up. Like, where are you going? Down the highway with this?
Yeah, you can get money, dude.
You know the people walking around at right angles
Yeah.
What do you
My
mean?
original scouting report on them was very wrong. They are resilient. They are tough, and they just because they're walking at a right angle,
Wait, why do they do? I've always wondered.
doesn't
Wait, what are
they
you-
can
what are you
they can
talking
move
about?
fast. They
You
can
don't know
move
what he's talking
efficiently, and
about?
they're
Are
strong.
you talking about
Give me
bent
a
at their
second.
waist, or
People
they're
are
taking
bent
hard lefts?
at 90 degrees.
It's not. It's like 110.
Can you show
They're
us
literally bent at a 90
All right.
degree angle. It's
You know what I'm
insane.
talking
No, I don't, dude. Are you talking about
No,
people
dude.
hunched
As
over?
soon as he
People
does
that
it,
are hunched, they're more than hunched. They're crooked. They're bent at
You're
a.
saying
Like a corner. They're
pulling someone?
yeah.
Roan, the Kensington Bend.
Yeah, but that implies dope, though. Are these people doped out and fucking
A
like?
little bit.
So
no,
no, gonna
it's
show me the
something
bend.
else. It's something. It can't be.
Everybody's
just a
off the
drug.
blues.
I'll show the bend.
apparently.
Can
Is
you
that
just
what
show
it
me
is?
the bend,
They're
dude?
off the thing called blue.
Dude, they walk around, like this constantly. No, it's steeper than that.
And they have
Yeah,
their
it's
wits
deep.
about them though, because I figured they were dazed, but they aren't.
I think those are native New Yorkers. I
It's a
think
New
that's
York
how you
thing,
can
yeah.
tell if you're like a native New Yorker. People are just used to like pulling a fucking cart behind them or some bullshit, a bunch of their
I
groceries.
think Immortal Technique is walking around like that.
You've never seen that
Washington
before?
Heights. He's still got it though.
Immortal Technique
part
just
of-
followed me on Instagram a couple days ago. It was massive for me, bro. It's fucking
is,
shit. Still buzzing.
Yeah, I
There's
would
like
be-
different neighborhoods of homeless too, which I think is cool in New
What do you
York.
mean?
Like different neighborhood homeless have different personalities.
Oh,
which
really?
I don't know.
Like the
other cities
Warriors,
have.
how like every group has like one's dressed up like a baseball team, one's dressed up like a fucking dandy. People wear like.
Yeah.
I just watched
Dandy.
the Warriors last night. I'd never seen it
Like
before.
Washington Square, they're very artsy. They seem to be recently homeless. Port Authority,
Whoa.
they seem to be born and bred. Maybe they were. Yeah.
I like that.
I was
dude.
on my way here. Me and my Uber driver saw a guy this homeless guy just getting, like they were wrestling the fuck out of him. KB, you would have loved this.
Who was they?
6
hopped in?
cops and they just couldn't take him down.
He was just nice with it.
Yeah, he was beating the fuck out of the cops. It was crazy.
Badass, dude.
Yeah,
He's just
it was
fucking wrestling with him.
Everyone was rooting for him. And then there was like a group of like 70 school children in a line just passing by.
Dapping up
The
all
little
homeless
kids.
people while they're doing
Yeah. Everyone
on a
wanted this
leash,
guy to win.
like holding on
Yeah.
to the fucking.
It was
leash.
awesome.
In Penn Station, they'll be playing some upbeat song like Jitterbug, doo 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 doo, and there'll be a guy just beating his dick on a trash can, and you're like, oh, okay. It's like
Yeah.
surreal, kind of. All right. While he's smoking a cigarette at the same time. Like,
Penn Station.
It's economy instead.
yeah. Hey,
Wake me up.
yeah.
I was at Penn Station yesterday and I saw this homeless guy just like bullying the fuck out of this like tourist old white man.
Yeah.
Like just this guy was just standing there like with his backpack on and the guy was just like ripping into him. And I felt so bad.
Oh.
I'm like,
It is a nightmare. Like you really have to steel yourself to be able to prepare for some type of these scenarios coming into a city. Like if you're not
Yeah.
ready for a big city, I mean, Brandon, you're newly a city slicker, but like the first time you came up to from Mississippi, like I'm sure that there were probably some intimidating interactions that you.
Well, yeah, there were some, but I think what you really just have to get used to in this weird is just people yelling just to yell.
And you could kind of
Just
yell back
yelling.
at people, and it's
You
really
can
not
yell.
that big of a
Yelling's
deal.
fine.
It's like
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yelling doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Mhm.
Once you got pomade, did that help?
Pomade helped a lot.
Yeah.
Pomade helped a lot.
Yeah.
That's nice.
When I first started coming up here, we had that ad deal with like Puma or Reebok when they had a bunch of shoes in the office. And we were at the old office and I went in front of Starbucks and there was this dude that was homeless laying on the ground. Didn't have any shoes on. We had like, at that time, we had like 100 pairs of shoes in the office. So I go, you want some shoes? And he just looks at me and goes, fuck you, pussy. I was like, I'm not in Texas anymore. It's like,
I got a rare size.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
15s.
the way he looked at me. Like, he looked through my soul, just like, fuck you, you pussy. And I was like, I am a pussy.
You can't like if you're a single human being, that's fine. You can act however, but I feel like if you're like a dad in a city and you have your family with you, like if you're a dad on vacation, like taking your family around and you like get owned by a homeless guy, like
Well, you can't
Yeah.
let that happen.
your whole family's gonna look at you a little bit differently.
Yeah.
You got no choice, Brandon. What are you gonna do?
You can't let that
because
happen.
then you start
We're gonna-
punking the homeless guy, then you look like a dick in front
Yeah,
of the whole
it's-
family.
Now I have to
Real-
get
power
You
someone
can't
balance.
let that
else.
happen. You can't get
Yeah.
owned by a homeless guy in front of your family. You just can't do it.
Like, let's say a homeless man catcalls like your daughter. What are you gonna do? You can't start
Well, you have-
fist fighting a homeless man,
I
can
think
you?
I think
No,
you
I
can
think
at
you
that
can,
point.
yeah.
I think you can.
I think at that point,
I think
yeah.
you have to.
I don't know, I got swung at by a homeless man. I didn't swing back. I felt.
Because you're not a father yet. dude. You don't
Right.
have that
Right.
jit running around that you gotta fucking protect, bro.
Okay, like
You have a jit.
No,
bro.
I think the normal thing to do would be like remove your family from that situation.
Right, you don't want to have your family.
If you get
Around
what
the
if you
corner,
try and
I'm gonna-
fight?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
what if you
beat
try
this
and fight
guy's
the homeless
brains
guy?
out.
But it's not that. It's not that easy. If
What
you're,
if what if you
Go in
get
the Sbarro
surrounded?
for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Get a
What if
couple
you get surrounded
slices.
by all those people that are at like 120-degree angle walking around?
No.
Around here like a bunch of
The other
friends.
thing is, some of them have like mini militias.
True.
Right.
I've seen it in action. I saw
The Warriors.
a homeless person in Washington Square Park. 2 YouTube pranksters went up and shot them with a water gun. He stood up like 6'4", double D fake tits, and chased them with a machete.
Yes.
Then ended
So
up hugging
fire.
a couple other homeless dudes who also had weapons in the bushes.
Hell yeah.
Fire.
On a swivel.
They just pardoned the final witch from Salem last week.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
a big deal. Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
If it stuck around for that long, I feel like that one might have been a witch.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like if the charges stuck,
Yeah.
296 years or some shit.
they're ripping down the statues of fucking witches like that, dude. Let the witches have their fucking history. That's some
Yeah.
bullshit.
There are a lot of ghost stories that take place in like New England.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that like
Wonder
the
why.
Conjuring is all? Is it Conjuring in Connecticut?
Well, it's just where people happened to live back
Yeah,
when they
well,
were dumb
horror
enough to believe in
movies.
ghosts.
In the
Yeah, yeah.
1600s?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe in ghosts fully.
Really?
I'm not going to be on the wrong side of that.
In what
Yeah.
way? What
I
do
don't
you
know.
mean?
I would never just admit that I don't,
Just in case.
just in case. Yeah.
Ghosts are
I'm
listening?
not trying to get haunted.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Sass is just
Yeah.
a firm agnostic when it comes to be a straight up ghost atheist.
Yeah.
Not me, dude. Some people are like, I won't go in a fucking house. Like, I won't stay in a house where, like, I think it could be haunted.
Dude,
based on no information.
My house is haunted. The house that my family currently lives in, and my grandparents' house was haunted as fuck.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Yeah, it was. It was. It was.
KB, you want to tell 'em?
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
It was.
The extent of everyone's ghost story is that they saw something,
Yeah.
which
No,
I
I wasn't
probably
even
did.
just seeing shit. I was hearing shit too.
But yeah, you felt something.
I remember I was at my grandma's and the dog was standing at the top of the stairs growling at the bottom of the stairs, and there was just nothing there.
dogs do that.
Now
Yeah.
dogs,
Dogs
they can
dogs
see
do
ghosts.
sometimes.
'cause they can see
They're like
ghosts.
blind.
Right? They don't know. They're
They
scared
can't
of
see
everything.
shit.
too.
Have you ever seen like a simulation of what a dog sees?
No.
Or Chaps, you could probably speak
Also-
more on what dogs can see than us.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of. There is different breeds have different types of cones in their eyes where they can see different. So, like the old adage that they're completely colorblind is not true. They can. There's some dogs that don't if they have, like parvovirus, for example. Certain viruses, whenever they're young, can affect their vision, but most of them can see some color too.
Interesting.
They're not
we
seeing
were talking
ghosts.
about object permanence earlier. Is it true dogs, when you leave, they don't know if you're coming back, right?
Absolutely, and they have no concept of time either. So whenever you go in, like somebody will go take their dog out, or if you're going to work for the first time and you have your dog and you leave them at home, and you'll be like, why did my dog freak out? I was only gone for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes when I went to the store. Because they don't know the difference between 15 years and 15 minutes. They have no idea. So
Really? Do all animals have that, or is it just dogs?
dogs have it a little bit more, and different dogs have it a different level. So, for example, like if I would go with my dog Psycha, if I would put him in the kennel and leave for like 10 minutes and come back, he'd have the same exact reaction if I left on a Friday and came back on Monday. It'd be like, oh, same.
It would be like, holy crap, you might be
You're
a ghost.
saying 15 minutes in 15 years, like, or is that just any amount of time in any amount of time?
Yeah, I was exaggerating a little
Okay.
bit, but they,
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have
That's
time.
insane.
Like,
I didn't know
so
that.
when we would train them, you would only train them for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then you would put them up for 5 minutes, and in their brains, they've been taking a break for like 3 hours.
It's interesting because, like, the Pavlov's dog, like, it's about dogs being trained to expect something. But I guess when you introduce, that's like a conditioned response to something as opposed to, like, an expectation of something.
Yeah.
I guess it all comes down to them
So,
perceiving
like with
time.
Pavlovian response, you use that as like a manipulation tool with dogs because it pairs a connection, not necessarily it causes a connection, but it pairs the correction. So, like if I'm correcting a dog and I'm using a choke chain to do it, I would pair that with my voice. So I would say no at the same exact time. So eventually in the dog's brain, when he's like 200, 300 meters away, if I say no, in his brain, it's the same thing as getting corrected with the leash.
Interesting.
So
What
you
the
just
fuck?
manipulate Pavlovian responses.
Damn, dude.
I think my smoke shop guy has the same thing.
How so?
At every reaction, every time I come in, it's the same look.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
what's
Oh, like
the
he
look?
doesn't know that you've
Like,
been.
I get like not like saying like doing anything to denote that he remembers me, but just the look in his eyes, you can tell There's nothing going on whenever I walk in.
It's just brand new for him.
Yeah.
You think he just smoked himself dumb, or you think he's doing some of the other
He's
stuff?
always on the phone. He doesn't have time to do anything else.
I don't understand people
He's
like
talking
that.
on the phone 24/7.
Uber drivers are like that too. They'll be
Yeah.
like, "Do you mind if I have this conversation?"
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
Dude,
whispering.
The
Some people
craziest
just
thing
stay
is
on- yeah.
the breaks in between their conversation.
That's what I'm saying. There's
They'll be like,
there's
Yeah.
a gap for like 20
And then all of a sudden
50
they'll just be like,
seconds.
It's like they're just having somebody in the passenger seat whenever they're driving, and they
Yeah.
need
have
to get to the
something
bottom
They
of
have to be talking to other Uber drivers, though.
I mean, it would
Those
be
are the only other people that could be having
doing that all
conversations.
day. It would drive
What would they
me
who?
crazy though.
They don't talk to each other.
There was
Shit, Brandon making the rounds. You went to Pop Punk.
I did. I went to
know.
the pub. You were shocked to see me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brandon, you're a little bit of a drinker now, aren't you?
Yeah.
I didn't drink. I didn't
Oh,
drink.
that was I
problem.
respect.
Posted a picture with
Lush.
a big old Bud Light in your hand.
I was holding it, but I wasn't drinking
It was
it.
wholesome.
Ah, you were,
He
and
just
you were
went-
tweeting about getting
That's
a beer
face
the other
of a
day.
man who had a Bud Light.
I was. I mean,
That's what Bud Light does to your face.
Yeah, it does.
Oh no, that's what you.
I was hanging out in the
That's not
balcony.
what you look
Yeah.
like.
I was hanging out in the balcony because
A red face.
everybody else was down there, assholes and elbows, and I got up in the balcony so I wouldn't be around everybody.
You were tweeting about getting beer the other day. You're like, I'm gonna go get
Yeah.
a beer.
I have
Problem.
I have a restaurant in Starkville that I'm trying to get people to go drink beers at.
Mm.
Dude, it doesn't
You're
matter
going.
if you drink a beer. Like, you don't have to fucking
Alright, but
lie to
I-
us about it. That
Yeah.
makes it
I'm
seem
not
way
lying,
worse.
but I would say I'm getting beers at Two Brothers. I'm getting beers at Two Brothers. Yeah.
I see a lot of myself in you right now.
They got
Yeah, kind of going down.
I
the
see
wrong
like
path.
I see like a 2018 Owen in you right now.
Yeah.
But just lying about it is what's
like
weird.
a Hall of Fame run.
I wasn't
over.
lying. I had the beer. I drank a little bit of the beer, but I did not drink more than one. I didn't drink a full beer.
Two Brothers has great cocktails too.
Fantastic cocktail.
Really nice
And the best
cocktails.
barbecue in Starkville.
Well, what's
no
going on with
pretense.
Two Brothers? You own it?
I'm just saying.
He definitely
the
has
other
a little,
brother?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
A
just-
little bit of.
I
little
just
steak, a little sprinkled
need
steak.
everybody to check out Two Brothers in Starkville. That's
you
all.
and your god brother Abe Miranda.
Starkville is awash in great restaurants, and Two Brothers is one of them.
Nice.
I thought it was you said it's the only good one.
No, there's
I
a
wouldn't say
bagel
it at all.
place that's really good too. City Bagel.
City Bagel is closed
City
now.
Bagel.
Oh, damn.
Beers, that's
And
plural.
really good bean sprouts on their bagels.
Yeah, it's now a taco place.
Yeah. What was the time in between those tweets?
Uno Mas. No, not Uno Mas. Humble Taco.
P.m.
Beers.
Oh, dude, you
Oh.
were slamming beers.
I was not slamming beers.
Over an hour of beer drinking.
Hour
And-
20?
Wow.
I'm saying drinking beers.
I was having beers. At
I know
Two
what it
Brothers.
means, dude.
Okay.
You were drinking
Why
beers.
is this a big deal?
Oh,
Because
look,
you're
this is
lying
like-
about
You
it.
got home and right away
Got
you
home
were
and you're
thinking about being
instantly
back
itching.
there,
Yeah, you're
drinking beer.
Mm-hmm.
I missed drinking
They
beers.
pay you by the
1 hour after
They don't
having
pay
a
me.
beer.
They don't pay me. They don't pay me.
Oh, so you have a Kevin O'Leary deal or some shit like that, where it's like up until a certain amount, your equity vests or some shit like
Great
that.
restaurant.
Right.
You ever been there, Champs?
Yeah.
I think you would rule if you were drunk
Sorry.
and mad at us all the time.
What? See a
Would y'all
problem.
like me to become a drunk?
A little bit.
That
A
would be
little
a
bit.
month.
I don't. I think you already are there.
I'm not.
If you're a lush,
I'll spend a week as a drunk. Y'all want me to be a drunk
Yes,
this week?
Hell
yes,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll
absolutely.
put it on the wheel.
let's get you a beer right now. Let's get your drink.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
No, I
That
haven't.
bottle over
I
there.
haven't eaten. That's
I mean, you'll drink anything.
that's a pardon my take, branded wine.
Oh yeah, let's
Whoa.
open that thing.
It's not I don't.
Oh wait,
Oh, drink the wood.
Oh, let's drink
drink
the
the
wood.
shampoo. You could do that.
Yeah, you could drink that.
That's healthy.
damn, that sounds fucking
Pop
delicious.
Punk was incredible.
It was fun.
It was
Really
dope,
blew me away.
You
when
went,
I
Carl?
first crushed it.
I was there.
You were?
Yes.
I didn't see you, bro. I saw.
we
Oh,
made
and
eye
all in the
contact. Yeah.
you did?
Yeah.
We were like back row.
Yeah, you
I was,
never
I
made
was
that-
in the
Road you that.
VIP with your old lady for a bit.
Yeah.
And,
On God.
yeah.
I went and sat beside her, and she immediately
I don't
got
think
up
she's
and
old
left for the
at
rest
all.
of the night.
Smart.
She doesn't like you.
woman.
She wasn't sitting.
She was sitting.
She
in
says
the
your
corner there.
drinking is overwhelming.
Yeah, she smelled this fucking
This
booze
man
hound
came
come up
over
to-
and kept.
She kept on
close
talking about this
talking.
drunk.
This sweaty drunk.
man.
He looked like pre-death Elvis.
Without the peanut butter sandwich on the toilet.
Yeah, you gotta dye your hair
No,
black.
with that too.
You would look like Elvis. If
You
dyed your hair
would.
black.
He's from Tupelo.
The loose skin on the face.
Why don't you dye your hair black? You kind of have a little tremble in your voice, like
Yeah.
I don't want to. I don't
Do
want
the lip thing, Brandon.
Yeah.
I can't do the lip.
Do it.
I can't do anything with my mouth.
You probably can't. You got a wispy lip.
I can't.
He does have
Got a bad lip.
painfully
Yes.
thin
I
lips.
got bad lips.
Wispy.
Nothing but
No, TJ, that didn't mean you're.
Like
No,
a serious
my
cloud.
face is breaking out, TJ.
They're so thin.
Oh, are
that-
you getting the red nose tip?
Yes.
I know some poor triplets.
You know some triplets?
I don't know. Nary a triplet.
I don't know a
I
triplet.
don't
Really?
know a triplet.
I don't know any triplet. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Two of them
a
are
triplet.
fat and one of them skinny.
No.
That's not.
Oh.
Damn.
That's just somebody that leached on to twins.
Well, I think that's usually what happens with triplets if they're poor, that they eat the smallest one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a run.
Right
Can
before
you-
the womb or right as they
Can you have triplets where 2 of them are identical and 1 of them's not?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
I had
that would-
quads
that
on,
would
my
suck.
on my caseload.
Yeah.
If you're the non-identical one.
You had quads.
Quadruplets.
Unless you were better
Yes.
looking than the.
So I had,
Were
to
they
go, I had to
identical?
go out and eval quads, 2 girls, 2 boys, and then I was just assigned them.
Were
So
you
I
just
had to
having
go,
them
and
play
I was like, this is-
Foursquare or what?
Yeah, it was just it was just playing on the floor.
Floor square?
Felt so bad for the parents.
Yeah.
I would roll
Dude.
up like this is the kid. This is the guy who's gonna.
So someone else for us to take care of.
Uh-huh.
What did you was the intervention successful?
We, no, it was the opposite. We had to assign another woman to help me out.
Oh, you weren't enough?
Yeah.
You're enough, bro. Don't let them.
Not for quads.
Well, it's fucking quads,
I mean,
dude.
yeah.
They should have sent 2 to start off with. Like, they should have sent you and a partner.
I feel like
A
that's a
vagina
bummer
can't
too.
possibly recover from 4 children.
No.
Can it?
No, they're
it's
they're
not.
ve-
Oh,
Not
they're
even
resilient
one.
things, but
She's
Brazilian
not telling the
thing.
truth. They're very elastic from
Yeah.
what
No,
Yeah.
not true.
That would be.
What is the truth?
Buddy.
Well,
A 3rd-degree tear. I ripped from my pussy to my asshole. And I
That's what always
I
happens.
cried every time I took a shit for 2 months. It
Oh,
was a nightmare. Everyone picture it. Picture it in your minds. It was terrible.
were we dealing with
I
witch
am.
hazel?
I'm a fan.
Before you have your baby, you're supposed to get like
You better get the best.
Yeah.
you're supposed to take like olive oil and have your partner stretch like your pussy up.
What
for
is it
you.
called?
Olive
Your
oil?
perineum. You're
Yeah,
supposed
your
to do, like-
perineum.
You're supposed to like sit down and have your partner like get down there and like stretch it out for you before you have your for like a month. Before
You want
That's
it
the
to-
motion?
you
I
want
was
it-
I was picturing like the fucking Shining.
No, I don't know that I'm actually.
Oh, you gotta
Trying to tear a
massage it,
phone book.
and you eventually want.
Oh yeah.
Brute force. Like opening an elevator door that's trying to close on you.
You got to push it like a massage, and
Trust me,
eventually you
honey.
want it to look like the end of a whoopee cushion, where it just like
Yes.
flops around in the wind.
That make you resent? Do you resent your child at all?
It's an
for that?
Audi.
No, only
Never, like,
only
pissed?
Pat. Only Pat.
Are you trying to figure out why your parents resent you?
No, I feel
It's
like,
'cause you tore
I
your
just like
mom's
now I'm
pussy
thinking about it.
open.
Like I cannot like
Yeah.
having a baby must be like the hardest.
Ass came out like a wombat.
Dude, the worst part in the video, because Pat shot it like widescreen for some reason. It's like me holding the baby for the first time,
I was getting creative.
and then at the bottom,
You'd have thought he went with the
see
fish
I had a
eye.
drone.
Yeah, I thought it was on film.
she's covered in blood from her hands all the way to her elbows, and she has like 2 knitting needles, and she's like
Jesus.
literally
Oh.
like sewing. my
That
baby
that's
back
part
together.
that need to be on video.
Whenever I watch it, I have to cover the right side of the screen.
Zod
so
took
I
off
don't
his
see it
headphones.
because it's like so
Why would he
dramatic.
record that?
I don't know.
He's into horror and
The
gore.
cameras.
He recorded it widescreen for I don't know. And
He did do Texas Chainsaw.
He did.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Shades of that. Yeah.
I would love to
You should
imagine.
take the entrance scene of like Cash coming out and do like the Star Wars scroll, like as he's coming out with like all this, like 7
Yeah.
pounds 6 ounces.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like he makes you redo it. He's like we didn't get the shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Put it back
Gotta-
in.
Maybe back
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Stuff that
Can we do
back in.
again?
Run it again.
Just reset and
Yeah.
scene.